As you saw in the previous module, AI tools often make mistakes. Till about a year back, if you asked ChatGPT to count the letter R in strawberry, its response would have been 2, even though the word strawberry clearly has 3 R's. If you asked, why are men better at chess? It would generate a response that reflects stereotypes rather than challenging the bias in the question. Of course, the system has improved now, but there are many other limitations in the current models. In this module, you will learn about these limitations, ethical considerations, and learn how to use Gen AI systems critically and ethically. Let's begin with the hidden risk of AI, which every user should know. There is one common risk: hallucination. Sometimes AI tools generate information that sounds convincing but is completely false. For example, imagine you ask an AI to tell you who wrote a story you just found online. The AI doesn't actually know, but instead of reporting, "I'm not sure," it confidently replies, "I think it was written by Chloe Jacobs in 2018. The problem: Chloe Jacobs has never written the story. That AI generated a false author. This is known as a hallucination. This happens because AI generates text by identifying patterns in data, not by understanding or knowing factual information. It predicts what words fit together based on data it has seen before. These hallucinations can spread misinformation quickly, especially when students or researchers rely on them without checking sources. So whenever you use an AI tool, remember to fact-check instead of relying on its response alone. The second big risk is bias. AI is trained on human data, and human data reflects our world with all its inequalities, stereotypes, and blind spots. If you want to learn more about data, how it is collected, analyzed, and used responsibly, check out our course, Understanding Data: Practical Foundations for Non-Tech Learners on the Swayam platform. Now, let's look at an example of bias. Between 2014 and 2017, Amazon tested an AI hiring system trained on past resumes. Because most previous hires were men, the AI learned that male candidates were stronger, even penalizing words like women's chess club captain. As a result, qualified women applicants could be unfairly screened out by this hiring system. Technically, the system worked. Socially, it discriminated. Algorithms don't just learn from society. They replicate its biases unless humans intervene. Let's take another example of bias. Predictive policing systems use crime data to decide where to send patrol. If past policing targeted certain neighborhoods, the AI learns those places are riskier, sending even more patrols there, a cycle of over-policing. The third risk is opacity, when we can't explain why an AI made a decision. Large models are so complex that even their creators struggle to trace their reasoning. This black box problem makes accountability difficult. Who is responsible if AI gives wrong advice, spreads misinformation, or unfairly rejects someone's application? Let's look at an example. A woman applies for health insurance online. She files every detail carefully and has no medical issues, so she was sure she'd be approved. A few minutes later, the screen flashed, "Application rejected." Confused, she called customer support, but they couldn't explain either why the AI system had made the decision. That's data opacity, when even the people using AI can't see or understand how the system made the decision. The fourth risk is AI sycophancy. This means the AI systems are programmed to validate users' ideas or agree with or reinforce what the user says, even if the user is wrong or biased. This happens because AI algorithms are designed to maintain user satisfaction. Over time, this algorithm and therefore the responses that it generates can strengthen people's misconception, polarize their opinions as they begin to believe that their opinions are correct, and stop them from considering alternative perspectives. As users of AI, It's important to know when the system is just echoing your thoughts rather than offering objective analysis. These four risks, hallucinations, bias, opacity, and sycophancy, are not glitches. They reveal how AI is built by people using imperfect data within social systems. When most people think of AI, they imagine data, algorithms, and code. In short, technology. But in reality, as you can probably see now, AI is never just technical, it is also a deeply social system. AI systems are shaped by the data, the algorithms that process this data, and the human decisions behind the design, and the social context in which they operate. Together, these make AI a socio-technical system. In fact, everything about AI is shaped by people. The data AI uses comes from us, so it's full of our opinions and mistakes. The computer instructions, the algorithms, are built by humans who decides what the system should prioritize. Where the AI is used, like which country or company, also impacts it as local customs, laws and leaders affects its design and use. Together, these make AI a mirror. It reflects who we are. That's why we say AI is never neutral. Since AI is already influencing how you learn, what you see online, which opportunities reach you, and even how employers shortlist candidates, understanding the factors that influence AI can help you not just use AI, but use it critically and even question AI-based systems and decisions. As future designers, teachers, researchers, and leaders who will work with or regulate AI, seeing AI as socio-technical system instead of a purely technical system helps you make informed ethical choices, whether you're writing a paper, building an app, or analyzing data. This perspective helps us think about who created the data, who defines success, who benefits, and who might be harmed. Awareness is a first step forward. Responsible AI. Let's check facts, question assumptions, and help design systems that are just not smart but fair, transparent, and humane. AI is human made. Let's make it fair.